Okay, so welcome back to the third tutorial. Now we installed the XAMPP service in the previous video. So if you guys haven't installed it already, go watch the previous one and install it. Now the only problem with XAMPP is that it will not create a default desktop icon. So let's go ahead and take care of that first. You can either go to all programs and scroll down to XAMPP if you are using Windows 7. If you are using Windows 8, 8.1 or Windows 10, just type XAMPP on the start screen and you will get whatever you're looking for. We need to work with XAMPP control panel. So just right click on it and send to desktop. Or in the case of Windows 8, 8.1 or 10, you can pin it to the taskbar if you want to. So let's open it up and get started. Right, so this is the XAMPP control panel. This will help us create a local server, right? So for the basic programs, the MyApache or the Apache module is enough. If you're dealing with file handling or background form processing, etc., then you might need these other modules. But as of now, we'll only deal with the Apache module. So let's go ahead and click on start. Now, as long as it is yellow, it means that the service is about to start, right? It is trying to start, and once it turns sort of greenish, light bluish, whatever color you want to call it, see this color, then the service has started and it will show the list of ports on which this is working. You don't need to worry about it at the moment. What you need to do right now is open up your browser, because as I already said, PHP is a server-side scripting, and what we are trying to do here is create a local server for running our files, right? So the only software which supports servers is obviously the browser. So go ahead and open your browser. Now I am using Firefox because I like Firefox. You might be using Google Chrome, but I would recommend not using anything else other than this. If you are on Mac, then Safari is more than enough, but don't use anything other than these three browsers because they are the best, and they'll give you the best PHP experience. Other browsers might have some problems, right? So what you need to do now is, in the address bar, go ahead and write localhost and press enter. Localhost is basically the domain for your local XAMPP server which we just created. So if this screen pops up after you type localhost, welcome to XAMPP for Windows, this basically means that our installation is successful. You have successfully installed XAMPP on the system. If however you do not get this screen, you might want to uninstall and reinstall the software again. If anything else or any error pops up, again leave a comment in the discussion section below. So once you see this screen, we can start writing our own PHP code. So let's go ahead and write a very first program now. For doing that, what you need to do is go back to the directory where you have installed PHP or XAMPP, right? So in my case, the installation was in local disk I and XAMPP. There you go. Here we only need to worry about one folder, which is the htdocs folder, right? So as you can see, there is a folder for MySQL, Perl, PHP, etc., and all the other languages which we selected. But the files whichever we make will be in the htdocs folder and nowhere else. So open the htdocs folder, and this is where we'll be saving all our files, right? All our script files. As you can see, there is already an existing PHP script here, but let's go ahead and create a new one. Now for writing PHP code, you need not have any special software, right? You can either write it in the notepad itself, Word, or any other text editor for that matter. But the best text editor for writing these softwares is Notepad++. So I use Notepad++. You can use either Notepad or any other editor that you want. I would recommend Notepad++ because it is very easy to code using Notepad++. If you go to Google and just type Notepad++, the very first link will be the website from where you can download it for free. So if you don't have it installed already, go ahead and do that. Since it is installed on my system, let's go ahead and make our very first file. So the basic syntax of PHP is less than $PHP, and it ends with a question mark and a greater than symbol. This is what the basic PHP syntax looks like. So let's go ahead and save it as a .php extension file in the htdocs folder. So you need to go to the htdocs folder, ixmpp and htdocs. There we go. Make sure you save it in the htdocs folder. You can give it any name you want. I'll just call it first.php. Make sure you type .php in the end, or find PHP in this long list, which takes a lot of time. So just write .php and click on save. Now as soon as you do that, the text is highlighted here. If you write anything else, everything will be highlighted in different colors. All the special functions or important ones are highlighted in different colors. This is the beauty of Notepad++. It makes it very easy for editing, finding out errors, etc., because you can find out different errors using different color formats, right? So the blue ones are valid PHP commands, right, and the black one are the additional text which we type. So it makes this a whole lot easier. Now echo is the command for displaying text on the screen, and either you can give the text in double quotes or single quotes, does not matter. So what this piece of code should do is it should print hello on the screen or in the browser, wherever you are dealing with it, right? So let's go ahead and save it, and now we'll try to run it. For running it, you need to go back to the browser again, because we have to run it on a server, and this is where a server is located. What you need to do is just remove the dashboard and type the file name here. So it will be localhost/first.php and press enter. So as you can see, we get the hello output which we wrote the code for on the screen. Why localhost/first.php is because the htdocs directory is treated as the default one. So if you save it somewhere else, then you might need to type the name of the directory like php/first, etc. But if you save it in the htdocs folder, you need not worry about that extension. So there we go. We have successfully created our very first PHP program which says hello. So that's great. So that brings us to the end of the first section. I hope you guys have successfully installed the software and you are able to print the very first hello program. In the next section, we'll be talking about PHP and learning all the cool stuff, right? So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.